Japan's post-war economic miracle, a historical transformation. Welcome to our journey through history. What if I told you that a nation reduced to rubble could rise to dominate the global economy? This is the story of Japan's incredible transformation, its journey from ruins to riches. In 1945, Japan was a nation brought to its knees. The catastrophic conclusion of World War II left the country devastated. Its major cities, including Hiroshima and Nagasaki, were leveled by bombs, its economy lay in ruins, and millions of its citizens faced hunger and despair. For many, it seemed impossible that Japan could recover, let alone become one of the world's leading economic powers. And yet, within just a few decades, the nation achieved the improbable. Japan's post-war transformation from a defeated nation to an economic juggernaut is often referred to as the economic miracle. This period defined the trajectory of 20th century history and offered a model of recovery that has been studied by historians and economists alike. In this video, we will explore how Japan achieved this remarkable feat. We will trace the story from the immediate post-war years under U.S. occupation to the rise of technological and industrial dominance. Along the way, we'll uncover the key factors that drove this transformation, strategic policies, cultural resilience, and innovative industries, and the challenges Japan overcame in its journey to global economic prominence. The aftermath of World War II left Japan in chaos. Major cities, including Tokyo, Osaka, and Kobe, had been firebombed to rubble. The nation's economy was paralyzed, with factories destroyed and exports nearly non-existent. After Japan's surrender in 1945, the U.S. occupation, led by General Douglas MacArthur, became a pivotal chapter in its rebuilding process. The occupation forces did more than oversee Japan's disarmament. They initiated a series of sweeping reforms aimed at democratizing and modernizing the country. Land redistribution was one key reform, breaking up large estates and redistributing land to tenant farmers, fostering a sense of ownership and productivity in rural areas. The U.S. also encouraged political changes, such as drafting a new constitution in 1947, which enshrined democratic rights and limited the power of the emperor. These political and social changes created a stable foundation for Japan's economic recovery. At the same time, Japan received substantial financial aid from the U.S., including loans and subsidies that supported reconstruction and industrial revitalization. However, these initiatives, while significant, served as the groundwork. The real drive for change came from within Japan itself. Japan's cultural values played an essential role in driving its post-war recovery. Japanese society emphasized discipline, dedication, and group-oriented work ethics, traits that became critical during the rebuilding period. Workers and entrepreneurs alike shared a resilience born out of adversity, fueled by a collective determination to rebuild their nation. The concept of gaman, which translates loosely to endurance or perseverance under difficult circumstances, became a guiding principle for the workforce. Coupled with the emphasis on teamwork and loyalty to one's employer, these cultural norms fostered an environment where companies could rely on their workers to innovate, adapt, and increase productivity in the face of challenges. This cultural fabric enabled Japan to embrace economic transformation as a national mission, creating unity in efforts to rebuild industries, stabilize the economy, and eventually compete globally. While culture laid a strong foundation, it was strategic policymaking that accelerated Japan's climb to economic prominence. Central to this effort was the Ministry of International Trade and Industry, MITI, established in 1949. MITI became the driving force behind Japan's industrial policy, guiding investment in key industries like steel, automobile manufacturing, and electronics. MITI implemented export-oriented strategies, encouraged research and development, and carefully allocated resources to industries with the most growth potential. It worked in partnership with businesses to foster innovation, reduce inefficiencies, and build competitive advantages that Japan leveraged on a global scale. Another significant policy was Japan's focus on lean manufacturing and efficiency. The concept of kaizen, or continuous improvement, was adopted across industries. This approach emphasized small but ongoing improvements in production processes, quality control, and performance. Toyota became a leader in this methodology, revolutionizing automobile manufacturing and setting new global standards. Innovation and technological advancement became pillars of Japan's success during its economic miracle. The nation prioritized high-quality, high-tech industries that offered global growth opportunities. This decision marked a shift from basic industrial goods to advanced sectors like electronics, robotics, and automobiles. The rise of companies like Sony and Panasonic exemplified this shift. Sony introduced groundbreaking consumer electronics, including the transistor radio and the Walkman, which positioned the company and Japan as a leader in global technology markets. Japanese companies focused not only on practical innovation, but also on creating durable and well-designed products that earned consumer trust worldwide. Similarly, Toyota and Honda spearheaded innovation in the automotive sector, producing reliable, fuel-efficient cars that quickly became popular in international markets. These companies embodied Japan's philosophy of improving designs while reducing costs and enhancing efficiency, allowing them to outperform many Western competitors on price and quality. A cornerstone of Japan's economic miracle was its success in international trade. Initially, MITI and other government policies focused on promoting export-led growth to generate foreign currency and strengthen the nation's economy. Japanese companies aggressively entered global markets in the 1950s and 1960s, particularly in the electronics and automotive sectors. Products like Toyota cars and Sony televisions gained popularity for their affordability, reliability, and superior craftsmanship. By the 1970s, Japan was dominating world markets, resulting in substantial trade surpluses and increased economic influence. Japan's deliberate focus on exporting not just raw materials but finished products gave it a competitive edge. The revenue generated from exports was reinvested into research, infrastructure, and industrial expansion, creating a feedback loop that continually fed the economy. A turning point in Japan's post-war transformation came in 1964 with the Tokyo Olympics. Hosting the Olympics was symbolic of Japan's reemergence on the global stage. The event showcased not only Japan's cultural heritage, but also its technological capabilities, including the debut of the high-speed Shinkansen or bullet train, which embodied Japan's rapid modernization and ingenuity. Joining global organizations like the General Agreement on Tariffs and Trade, GATT, and later the Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development, OECD, further signified Japan's integration into the global economy. These milestones validated Japan's recovery as an economic leader and cemented its reputation as an innovator in technology and industry. Another critical moment came during the oil crisis of the 1970s. Many economies around the world faltered due to rising oil prices, but Japan adapted quickly by investing in energy-efficient technologies and reducing its reliance on imported fuel. This resilience highlighted Japan's ability to respond to global challenges and turn adversity into opportunity. The transformation of Japan's economy was deeply intertwined with shifts in its social structure. The rise of lifetime employment in major corporations fostered worker stability and loyalty, creating a skilled and committed labor force. Employees often viewed their roles not just as jobs but as lifelong commitments to their firms, which helped companies weather economic uncertainties. Japanese companies also adopted collective decision-making practices, involving workers at all levels in the process of improvement and innovation. This inclusive management style reinforced teamwork while boosting productivity and morale. At the same time, Japan prioritized education, ensuring that its young population was equipped with the skills to meet the demands of an industrializing and globalizing economy. High literacy rates and an emphasis on science and technical education created a workforce prepared to build Japan's future. By the late 1980s, Japan's economic rise was slowing. The nation experienced an asset price bubble as speculative investments in real estate and the stock market surged. When the bubble burst in the early 1990s, Japan entered a prolonged period of stagnation known as the lost decade. While this marked a major challenge, many of the lessons from the economic miracle remained relevant. Even today, Japan's emphasis on quality, innovation, and global trade continues to shape its economy. Japan's post-World War II economic transformation is one of the most extraordinary success stories in modern history. From the ashes of war, the nation rebuilt itself through resilience, strategic policymaking, cultural solidarity, and industrial innovation. Its journey, from a shattered state to an economic titan, serves as a testament to what can be achieved with resolve and vision. For historians, the Japanese economic miracle offers more than just a case study of economic growth. It reveals the intersection between culture, policy, and adaptability in shaping the destiny of a nation. Japan's story continues to inspire, reminding us that even in the darkest of times, the seeds of renewal can take root and bloom into extraordinary achievements. And so Japan's story reminds us that even in the face of unimaginable devastation, resilience, innovation, and unity can pave the way to greatness. Thank you for joining us on this incredible journey through history. Until next time, stay curious and keep exploring the past.